Hey y'all, I really hope y'all are having an absolutely fantastic day, right? So this is episode 2 of Why I'm Single. Why I'm single is because men just don't respect your sexual boundaries. Before I get into my stories, I just have a story in mind. Like I said, I have a video on here of how my male friends keep me single. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. One of my really good friends, I recently cut him off. You know, the only time I want to talk to him is when we're talking about Yah. You understand what I'm saying? So if we're not talking about God, I really don't care. And like Bible studying, like I don't want to speak to you. You understand what I'm saying? So we went from speaking to like multiple times a week to only speaking maybe once every few months or so. So anyway, he was dating this girl, right? And she wanted to use condoms, and he was like shitting on her essentially, like, oh no, I don't want to use condoms, da da da. But she was like, what about pregnancy, da 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 da, right? It's like men don't respect your sexual boundaries. So, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel like getting tricked in all of that anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Because like, let me explain. Perfect example, right? I had an ex, right? So my ex, mind you, I'm gonna keep it real, because he had an injury. So when he was, if he's gonna watch this, that means he would know exactly what I'm talking about. And you know, I'm just gonna keep it real. If you're listening, it is what it is, right? So because he had an injury, like when he was a little kid, he hurt his genitals on a gate, like climbing a gate, right? So his genitals don't look like regular genitals. I'ma just say that, like that, right? And then I'm gonna be honest, like his sex game, I'm not saying it was the worst I've ever experienced, right? But it definitely wasn't the greatest. Like, it was something that, like I said, it would be like a chore. Like, you know, okay, like washing dishes aren't the funnest. That's not even a word, but whatever. Aren't the most fun, right? It was like a chore, right? The sex part. So anywho, he would like make arguments with me, and I'm like, I want to use condoms, like, you know what I'm saying, blah blah blah. And he's like, oh, but I'm not gonna come in you, like literally arguing with me. He's like, I'm not gonna come in with you. I mean, come in with you. You know, I'm not gonna ejaculate in you, da 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 da. And I'm like, but what about pre-cum? Because you could still get pregnant with pre-cum. Like, come on, hello, health class. Shout outs to my health teacher. But anyway, we can still effing get pregnant with pre-cum. So at the end of the day, hold on. At the end of the day, I don't want to be a baby mother. You understand what I'm saying? That's going to be my next video. Because at the end of the day, like, that was one thing that scared me half to death. Becoming a baby effing mother. Everybody that I know is a baby mother. Everybody in my family is a baby mother. It was so crazy. I was having a conversation with this girl who lives in Philly, right? She was like, she didn't even know, because she was saying that everybody was a single mother. She didn't even know that father's supposed to live in the households until she got to high school. When she met like a couple, like she said, she met a couple people whose father was in the house, a couple. Like literally 80-something% of black women are single mothers. Black men are not the type of people who want to settle down, build a family. See, the thing is, y'all not looking at the culture. The culture is just a reflection of what the hell is really going on. The culture is just a mirror. You understand what I'm saying? Like, listen to all the songs. I want to fuck you and your friend. I wish I could fuck every girl in the world. Like, there was this one guy, right, who had a whole girlfriend. Now, mind you, this was at the time I was dating this guy, and this was his friend, his best friend at the time. He had a girlfriend, and the whole time, his friend is telling me, oh, he got a goal to fuck 200 girls. So he's fucking girls while he has a whole girlfriend. Y'all don't understand. See, y'all don't get it. Women are the prized possession. So think about Sonic. You know when Sonic does all his shit and has to fight all of these motherfucking bosses and all this other stuff to collect the coins. You understand what I'm saying? You are the coins that Sonic is collecting. That's his whole ideology. That's the average everyday black man ideology is to have sex with as many women as possible. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this whole romantic love thing is a fairy tale, and we seriously need to wake up, because look at the community. And it's so sad, right? It really is so sad, because here I am, I work in education, right? And it was so sad. Like, this happened not once, this happened like at least 4 times, in which the matter of fact, the last time, let me explain. So essentially, only one of the boys, they were teasing each other because they didn't know your father. So one boy just had a picture of his father, right? Like, one boy did not know who the fuck his dad was whatsoever. And one boy, like, knew what his father looked like, right? So literally, the boy who had a picture of his fucking dad was teasing the boy who don't know what his father looks like at all. Like, I'm like, are you kidding me? That's what the whole premise of their jokes was, like, teasing each other about not having dads and shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? But mind you, the person who was doing the most teasing, like I said, he didn't know who the fuck his dad was either. He never met his fucking dad and only had a picture of his goddamn dad, okay? So at the end of the day, I don't want to get too much on a tangent, because I'm gotta save that for the next video. But men don't understand sexual boundaries. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest with you, this happened to me a couple times. I remember I was dating this African boy, right, from Ghana, right? This is when I was younger. And make a long story short, he had on a condom the whole time. I turned around I'm trying to keep it clean, but I'm gonna just TMI it. I turned around, to do doggy style or whatever the case may be. And then, like, I see him do some quick shit where I can't explain it, but I didn't understand what was happening, right? Do some quick shit, like, after he, ejaculated. Then after that, he, like, got up and, like, ran to the bathroom, right? So I'm like, why did he do that? So fast forward, I ended up finding out, because and plus I put 2 and 2 together, and then I confronted him. And he had no choice, because I was there. He had no choice but to be clean about it and confirm what I thought about already. Make a long story short, this motherfucker took the condom off without me knowing and that's why he ran into the bathroom. And that's not the first time that happened. That was the first time that happened, but that would not have been the last. So I stopped. I said, oh, nah, because if I can't trust you with sex, that means I can't trust you at all. Let's keep it real. If you trifling like this, you understand what I'm saying? There's nothing you wouldn't do, if that makes sense. So I cut that nigga off. I had to. So fast forward, right? Another time, right? It's so funny. I was just thinking about this particular ex, right? So, we're, engaging in romantic activities. And, this is one of my favorite exes, too. I'm not gonna even lie. Because he was literally, like, we were best friends. Like, we had such a cool relationship. Like, we were dope. But anyways, so we're having intimate relations, from the front or wherever the case may be. And then again, so we go from the front, then I flip over, so now it's like froggy style. And he also does the same thing, right? But I see him do it out the corner. Like, he wasn't trying, like, the second boy wasn't really trying to sneak and do what the first boy did. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, I want to fucking use condoms. Men don't want to use condoms because apparently they don't feel the same pleasure level as, and I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I don't know about y'all, But when the action is happening and I'm really into it, the joint be so wet, I don't feel the difference between having a bare penis and a protected one. Like, there's no difference. I don't feel the difference. But anyways, so don't let him coerce you into using protection when you know damn. First of all, I don't even know why y'all having sex with men. Oh my God. Like, come on. But anyways, what was I saying? So again, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like men don't really respect sexual boundaries or whatever the case may be. And it's like they think you're like some type of blob doll in which they could do whatever they want to you to satisfy themselves. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I do not want to be a single mom, because that's going to be one of the episodes. So stay tuned for that. You understand what I'm saying? Because men who are pulling off condoms in secrecy and doing all of that stuff, you never know. You can get fucking pregnant and ruin your whole life. Your whole life gone. Now you're a single mom. Now you're a single mom. You letting them hit it raw. Now you a single mom. You understand what I'm saying? Look at these single moms on this internet crying and screaming. You're not paying attention. This one single mom, I was watching a story literally the other day. She said she killed herself because she had 2 kids with no help. That's oh my goodness. I would never want to put myself through that. But that's another video. And so the moral of the story is, men ripping off protection and not being able to be trusted, you understand what I'm saying, is one of the main, well, not one of the main, it's a lot. I'm telling you, damn, I'm turning this into a series. So there's literally a plethora of reasons, because I'm tired of men like, oh, there's no such thing as being single by choice. Oh, motherfucker, there is. Oh, there is. And the funny thing is, it's like I can't get any uglier. I haven't shaved my legs in months. My leg hairs are so long, and what's the word I'm looking for? And I purposely wear shorts. I wear a wedding ring. I haven't shaved. My underarm hairs are like an inch long, and I walk around with my arm up and everything. And it's still, I shaved all my head off because I do not want male attention. And guess what? Men are still trying to hide. Nothing's working. Nothing is working. Nothing. So at the end of the day, there are some of us, can you believe it? Some of us don't want male attention. Oh my God, yes. I don't feel the need, like my validation is not achieved through how men see me. You understand what I'm saying? I don't give a hell how men see me. You understand what I'm saying? It's all about how I see myself. How I see myself. So at the end of the day, thank you for tuning into episode 2 of why I'm single by choice. Because at the end of the day, you just can't really trust men when it comes to engaging in sexual activity. I personally, this is my beliefs, this is my opinion. You understand what I'm saying? They try to like argue you down. Oh, I did another one. Oh my God. I'm telling this boy, right? I'm like, oh, this when I was in college. I'm like, oh, we need to use condoms on. He's like, now he trying to, oh, what, you got something? What? Why you acting like that? Why you acting like this? Cause what, you got something? I'm like, what the you know what I'm saying? It's like the manipulation. Like, y'all can have it. I'm telling you, the way I don't want it is on a whole nother level. You have no effing idea. So at the end of the day, like, y'all don't respect women's sexual boundaries. And that's episode 2. Thank you for tuning in.